Hello and welcome to matjoez in holiday mode. Firstly, I'd like to apologize for the audio. As I mentioned 5 seconds ago, I'm on a holiday and I brought minimal gear. Secondly, if you do not know who I am, my name is Vandeputte. I'm a time-lapse photographer living in Sydney, Australia, and this channel is all about time-lapse and teaching. Thirdly, let's roll the intro. True, I don't have an intro. Anyways, this video is about circular polarizers and drones. What do we have here? We have a drone and we have a set of circular polarizers. Terrible words. What is a circular polarizer? A circular polarizer is a rotating filter that you place in front of your lens of your camera to filter out any unwanted orientations of light. Now, light coming from the sun gets scattered all over the place on its long journey into our eyeballs or into the lens. It bounces off of molecules in the air, it reflects off of surfaces, metallic, non-metallic, doesn't matter, and it is changed into all types of directions. Now, with these filters, you orient two pieces of glass to only let in a certain orientation of light, which cuts out glare and reflections. When you're shooting at the sky, it might be a bit hazy, and when you polarize the light or you orient the filter in the right way, it cuts out a lot of that glare, resulting in a more saturated and a more punchy, a more wow, a more popping sky. And that's pretty good if that is what you're after. Pretty much by taking control over the orientation of the light, your footage will look more professional. Now, this polarizing effect only works in certain directions. You can actually look through your filter and turn it to see how it affects the sky and the reflections. There is a basic rule when it comes to circular polarizers, which I call the Handgun rule. If you point this finger, your index finger, at the sun, this direction, 90 degrees from that angle to the sun, is where you will have the maximum polarization effect. When you're shooting with a wide angle lens, such as this one at 16 millimeters, obviously your field of view is so wide that the polarizing effect will only work on some parts of the image. So when you're shooting on wide angle lenses, which also feature on drones, you got to be careful where to point the camera and to make sure that your sky doesn't look half polarized, because that's exactly what will happen. Now, why would you use this on your drone? Obviously to get more likes on Instagram. Also to just have better looking footage. It cuts out a lot of the haze and the glare, and it just makes, as I said earlier, your footage really pop. Now let's figure out how to set this up. As you can see, I've mounted this on my drone already, which is the Phantom 4 Pro. Let me take it off and show you how easy it is. Your camera comes, or your drone comes equipped with this little, I guess it's a UV filter or just a piece of glass to protect the lens. Now, quick little tip, this glass is extremely thin. The first drone I had, I saw a little smudge on that glass and I tried cleaning it, and just the pressure from my finger, I almost dropped it there. Just the pressure from my finger cracked the glass, and tell you what, I was pretty gutted. So you just unscrew this filter from that, and then you install one of these filters. Now, these come in ND 4, 8, and 16 values, which is from a bit dark to a bit darker to a bit darker. I'm going with the ND 16 polarizer because it is pretty much midday and the light is very bright. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a really cute pigeon that I'm going to try and get some footage of real quick, if this camera works. That is a really cute bird. How cool. Okay, this isn't the birding channel, not yet. So you screw your filter on, and then the way you can check it beforehand is have a think about what you're gonna frame. So do some research on the shot that you're trying to get. Now, even if you don't do that research, if you just slap this filter on, and by holding it up and looking at your remote while the camera is running, you can angle it very carefully. You don't want to stress the gimbal motors too much. You can angle it and look at the effect in the sky on your screen as you're holding it. Now, even without orienting it properly, the footage will still look better than without the filter, because you are still cutting out some of the glare and some of the reflections in your shot. Let me show you some footage shot with a filter and without a filter, and you'll quickly see the comparison that even without angling it properly, it still looks so much better. I wonder what type of bird that is. If anyone knows the type of pigeon that is distracting me so much from this video, drop a comment down below. It's got a little spike on its head. Real cute. As I'm sure you can see, filter versus no filter makes a massive difference. A little side tip to figure out the best orientation for this filter, because the two panes of glass interact and you want to know where the max effect is, you can mark it out on the actual filter, which is what I've done here. In this orientation, it is at its max potential or max effect, I'm not sure. It achieves maximum filtrage, is that a word? Not entirely sure. Anyways, if you have any other drone tips or filter tips, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below. Leave us a like, that'd be much appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, hope to catch you on the next video. Bam, smashed it. Working on holidays, how good. Now let's get all this footage and get this video edited, eh? Nice. I forgot to say, the filters that I am using for this video, they're made by Polar Pro. They sent these to me ages ago and it took me a while to start using them. But once I did, I was in the Philippines actually, I was like, oh boy, I have been missing out. Especially in the Philippines with all its green trees and islands and the blue water. It was amazing. I've put a Amazon affiliate link in the description down below. If you purchase your filters through that link, you support me and the channel because I get a little percentage of the sale, but you're not paying any extra money, so that's good. Thanks guys, catch you on the next video.